Good morning, everybody. Progress update for you on this small shelf layout I've been working on in my spare time. Quite a few things done. You're looking there now. You can see the bare platform is now in place. The first platform I'd made, so I was quite pleased how that came out. Things to note is I did unfortunately damage the side quite a lot where it got wet in the ballasting process, so I would have to next time try to work hard on not repeating that mistake again. But yeah, the top's in place. I made the effort. You won't see it on the camera, but I made the effort to score across the paving slabs there, which gives it a slightly more 3D effect. I put in lots of crisscross layers of card underneath to the right height, and then eventually glued the top down here with lots of heavy weights, and that's taken quite well. Nice curves at each end, and also all ready for a train station. I've previously made this scale scenes model. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this one or slightly remake it, but that's basically going to go here. If I show you over at the top view, it's coming out too far at the moment, so this building obviously is far too close to the edge. So I'm thinking of remaking it and then shortening this building. It'd be very easy to trim these two side walls down by, say, a centimetre or just under, to make that building not quite so deep, and then I can place that probably more like there, which will be more realistic. And I think rather than having this large side extension here, if it's possible that I could duplicate this building on the other side to make it a slightly smaller station building. I think that's what I'm planning to do, remake that and then put that in place on the platform there. Other changes I've made, I've gone over the static grass with a second layer of slightly longer, different colour static grass, and I'm pleased with the effect that creates. I can zoom in on this bit here, look, you can see it sort of creates more of a wild effect of grass there and across here too. And then I've been putting in place some more coarse turf and some hedgerow there across the road. So although I mentioned in the previous video it's out of scale, it just looks really nice, and I'm really pleased with the effects that I'm able to get with the static grass. I would mention that this stuff's good. This came with my set that I bought the static grass applicator with. Static grass layering spray. It probably does the same job as hairspray, but it's really easy to use. You just spray it on the static grass and then just put more static grass on, and it really does take very well. And I use that as well just to scatter on this course as well, and it's all glued really nicely. So that's a good product, and I'm pleased I've got that. I'm going to show you over to the other hand side now. There's been some big changes over here in the corner. Ta-da! So I have this small space here, and what I've done is utilised an old fence kit I had from Scale Model Scenery. So this is a fence kit that I've put in place. I put in place some concrete slabs on the base there, again from Scale Scenes, and then I used my custom built low relief warehouse factory unit. So I'm really pleased that's over there in the corner. And I know there's not quite enough clearance in front of it really to be a realistic space, but it just kind of looks right again. And as with most model railways, it's more about the visual impression than actually realism, because we're always trying to get more in on a smaller space, aren't we? Put in place a little bit of detail there, some pallets, some of the buildings, made up a skip with some rubbish in it, a couple of planks of wood. And the cars I've mentioned, the vehicles I mentioned before, they're the really nice resin models you can get on eBay from Andy's Cars. I can't quite remember the name, but they're well worth buying. Really nice N-gauge models, and he does a huge range from 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. So yeah, that's the nice corner in fact there. I do like the view down to the end here. I think that's quite visually appealing. And then you've seen the goods shed before. Since the last video, all I've done is just put a bit more detail in. So some hedgerows, again, some pallets, some wood, and then over here behind the shed, there's some more stacks of wood there and rubbish and grass growing, and some fire buckets. And over on the oil tank, just a small ladder there. So really pleased with how this area is looking. I'm really chuffed with that. And now my focus will turn to building up the station building and then putting in place walling and things on the platform there. So if I show you the shot down from here, and just for further shot there. So that's where I'm up to now. Really chuffed with the progress I'm making. Certainly a few firsts for me on this layout. I just want to show you a product I just bought as well, which I really think looks really good. You can get this on eBay again. 6-foot raw iron railings end gauge. Just have a Google search for that. And for a £5, I bought 2 of them, so it's just over £10. You get 12 feet of good quality metal railing fencing. So won't be using it on this project, but that's not been on eBay for too long. I saw this mentioned in someone else's video, and yeah, really pleased with that. So that's worth looking out for if you're looking for some cheaper, high quality end gauge railings. So thanks for tuning in. Hope you've been enjoying the sunshine. We've had a pretty good month's weather in the UK recently here. Quite a lot of sunshine for this time of year. So I'm off out shopping today. And thanks for tuning in, and see you on the next update. Cheers for now.